Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another collaboration with Bead Craft. Now today we're going to be using these little polymer clay beads. Now I just want to come up with the light to show you some of those designs. Aren't they gorgeous? They are all hand painted, and yeah, they just blow me away. We're also going to be using some of these pieces. Now, I've got this set, I will link it down below. You get these two gorgeous discs and all of the stuff to hang on them, including these blue beads. You get the silver chain, you get, hang on a second, this is the silver chain, not the fatter one, the thin one. You get enough to make two very long pendant necklaces. You get the little coins, feathers. I've unpacked it all. It comes into its own little box, which was this one. But I've now put my own head pins in there. But you get, with this set, you get head pins, you get jump rings. Not all of these. The ones that are in this end one came with this set. And yeah, I've unpacked it all because I've already started using it. But you can keep it all in here. It comes with the instructions of how to make these two lovely pendants. But I ordered them because I chose that I would be using these in different ways. And yeah, you'll probably see these coming up in the future, hanging on off of the front of a journal or something, you know. But for now, I'm going to pick out a couple of these little coins, and that will be what I'm using. Yep, that should be fine. And yeah, it all comes in this little box with the instructions. But if you're like me, you might like to play around with things, do your own thing, and you could, there's so many ways you can use this stuff. It's not just all jewellery making. There's lots and lots you can do. So, like I said, this set came with this smaller chain here. It's very long, but I'm going to use my own chain with the bigger links. But this larger link chain that came on this card, that's also from Bead Craft. It was one of the first things I ordered, and you get meters and meters and meters of it. It is wonderful, but we don't need meters and meters for this project. We just need a bit about that long, although you can make it however long or short you choose. It's your project. I'm just going to show you my project, what I've chosen to do. Right, for now we can get that out of the way, and I want to grab some bead caps. And like I said, everything that I use can be found on Bead Craft website. There is so much to choose from. So I've got a bit of chain, and what we're going to be making is like a little bead kind of cluster that we can use on a keyring, or we can use as a charm to go on the end of a journal. So what we want to do first of all, I've got these head pins here. Now you get ones that have got an end like this, just a flat end, or that have got an end with an eye at the end. So you can probably see them better on there. I'm going to be using both today. The ones that you get with the kit to make those pendant necklaces, I think did come with little eyes. But yeah, because you do get everything from the jump rings upwards to make the thing complete. You don't need to buy any extra sets of anything. It's already there, you know. But I've deconstructed it because that's what I do. I decide I buy things that are for one purpose and use them for whatever purpose I see fit. So I think to make it easier, I'm going to tip some of these out into a little pot that I can have here, and then yeah, we'll find it a lot easier. Right, so I've got my smaller pot, and all I want to do is just start playing around with my little beads, making some little groups, or maybe some just on their own, but just putting them onto a head pin. Is that the same one? Yes. And getting them ready to hang from my small piece of chain. Oh, I'm nearly going to lose that. Right, so the reason I'm using 2 bead caps is because I've got small little head pins, and the ones without the loop on the end could go straight through some of the holes on these clay beads. So these tiny bead caps work perfectly, but if you want something bigger, you can put that on afterwards, like putting the small one first and then the bigger one, because some of these bigger ones have much bigger holes, you see. So I put the small one first, and then once we've got them on, pointing away from yourself, I trim off the excess. It could go a little bit shorter still, but for now that's fine. And then I just grab it with my round nose pliers and twist and twist until it's tight. So let's make sure that's fine. Right, and there we've got one. And for some of them I'm going to put more beads on. So I'm going to start with a smaller one. And yeah, I'm just going to mix it up using lots of different colours, sizes, and make different lengths of, or a little grouping, different groupings of the beads. And then again, you use your round nose pliers and you pinch the end and then just twist. And then, hang on, that one went a bit weird. Right, that's it. I went a bit off to one side. That's it. And so you can see they start to look really lovely. What some I will be using with the eye at the end, so that I can hang something else like a charm from the bottom, but then others will just, I've used a nice big one there, so I want the great biggest one I've got, and see if that looks okay. No, that great big one is for a much bigger bead. I just thought I'd try it because I haven't used those ones yet, and I think they're gorgeous. But this one's large, but not as big. Let's, oh, hang on. Oh, I haven't used these ones before either. Let's try that. Let's see what that, oh, that fits lovely. Look at that. Right, and then we'll go small, and then big again. And then, right, we want our bead cap like that. Putting the smaller one over the top. Oh, it is a bit fiddly, and if you're like me, who has terribly shaky hands, it can feel like a really fiddly business. Right, I've just slipped with that and it's gone through the wrong hole. But when I'm not filming and I'm just sitting relaxing, I do find this quite a relaxing, therapeutic little pastime to be doing. It's obviously on camera, it's different because you feel like you've got a little bit of pressure there. But I'm just looking for one with an eye at the end, which I've found. But yeah, I'm not, normally when I'm making these, I'm not on camera. And sorry, one ping's over there, didn't it? I'm just trying to get it back again. And yeah, it just I think it's a really nice little pastime, and you don't have to be a jewellery maker. I am far from that, and I can do it. So if I can do it, anybody can. And as you can see, the different bead caps give a totally different look every time. And look at that, they just look so fabulous. Right, I've just got to find the one I used. There it is. And then putting the smaller one over the top so that it's held in place, and then just again pinch the ends, and I'll keep on doing this until I've got quite, we don't need loads and loads, but just a few. So I'll do a couple more. Let's see, some little ones. Oh, that's it. Oh, I dropped that one and it fell out. One. And one more. Hang on, if I've got one the same size and a different pattern. Oh, it's quite hard to grab them now. Let's see. Yeah. We'll pop our bead cap on again. Oh. So, we're almost there with our little bits at the end. Bits that we need, rather. Sorry. And maybe, right, one more. That one's nice. Let's see. And we'll just pop our bead cap on again. And 1, 2, 3. Final bead cap. Oh, it's alive. Right, get it in there. And yeah, I'm not a jewellery maker, I never have been. But I find it really relaxing, and I have shaky hands. Right, so there are our beads, and then we'll finish with these as well. I'll just do them up so that I don't have them all over the floor. Just get them all in and right. And then all we need to do now is just attach our different beads onto our chain, and also our little charms that we've got here. So, taking the length, you really don't have any particular pattern that you've got to stick to or anything like that. You just attach with your jump rings your little groups of beads to your chain, and there's no uniform, you don't have to count, there's no pattern. All you do is hold your jump ring, twist your wrists to open it, never pull them apart because that will weaken them. And yeah, just at random places up and down the chain you're going to be connecting your little groups of beads. So just making sure you're holding it right. And like I said, some of them have got little eyes on the end, and so that means we can connect an extra little charm to hang off of some of them. And as you can see, I'm not looking where I'm putting them really. I'm just grabbing the chain and putting them on any one that's an empty link. It really you don't have to. I was just making sure that was closed. Yeah, there's no uniform way. I think it's the more random the better, because then you don't know what you're going to end up with at the end, but you can be sure that it will be something lovely. So we're nearly done, and then you'll see where I was going with it all. So I hope you're enjoying this, and you can see how simple it is, that you might want to give it a go yourself, because yeah, I've never been a jewellery maker, but I am a journal maker, and so that has brought me to be playing about with beads and chains and all this sort of stuff that I never thought I would use, that now I use on a daily basis. And it's just, I have branched out into the realms of making my own jewellery, or making jewellery as gifts, or key rings as gifts, and wine glass charms, all sorts of stuff, you know, and stuff that I never thought I would use until now. So, not I would use, stuff that I never thought I would make. Right, so let's spread out our chain, and so you can see all our beads are on at different places, and now we've just got to put on our charms. So this one, I want to find the end, and I'm going to put it on the end one. That's that one. And we're almost done. I've got my 2 coins just to put on, so I want to stretch it out again. There's the other end. I'm going to put a coin on there. Oh, it's near there, now it's gone right on the end, so that's perfect. And then we've got our last coin, and then I weren't holding that right. Holding it. put it in between a couple of those. Right. And then all we need to do now is I'd like to connect one of these charms from Bead, and these are from BB Craft as well, and also I think a bell. And so we'll grab these last couple, and we've got our bell. I'll pop it on that eye. And we've got a lovely pendant, and these resin pendants, they're so beautiful. I think they was one of the first things I got from BB Craft, and yeah, I've been using them day in day out ever since. And so now the final thing I want to do is connect this to a lobster clasp. Right, so I've grabbed a lobster clasp. I don't need one as large as that, a jump ring. I can go for a smaller one. Grab a jump ring, and all you want to do is open your jump ring, and you want to take your length of chain somewhere in the middle. Again, you haven't got to measure. And then I'm connecting it to a little key ring. And there we've got our lovely cluster key ring. It's so simple. You see, there's your length of chain that we hung everything from. And then when you pick it up in the middle, it just looks like amazing. I've got another couple to show you, and you can see there is the length of the chain, and this is what it looks like when it's all together. And again, I did this one that was a longer chain, and we have this lovely long one. So you see, it's really quite a simple thing to do, and you end up with something totally beautiful. So I hope you liked that. You can see, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I'm going to link everything that I've used in the description box down below, along with BB Craft website link, and there you will find just a huge array of art and craft supplies, jewellery making supplies, lots and lots of stuff. And so it's all very reasonable, it's all very good quality. I'm not just saying that because I work with BB Craft. I said when they first approached me, if I don't think the stuff's any good, or if I think it's not good value for money, I won't be doing it. It's because I'm on a tight budget and I like to know my money's being well spent. So I would never mislead anybody, and I said that from the off. But so far I have not been disappointed with one single thing I've had from BB Craft, and I've had loads of stuff now. So yeah, if you're new to doing anything like this and you think you can't do it, well, you've just watched my cat-handed way of doing it, and yeah, it can be done. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back with something else very soon. I love you and thank you all so much for watching, and again I thank BB Craft for trusting me with their merchandise. See you soon. Bye for now. Bye.